Chow, real smooth. Welcome in, folks, to Ass World HQ. This is Andre. 5 races to go in that quest for the cup brought to you by Oscar Mayer Hot Wieners. Dale, what? Yeah, well, Dale right there, but Dick Ramsbottom and Dale Jarrett. Too many D's here. You'll never hear the fun babe say that. But we got Dick Ramsbottom, 247 back at Dale Jarrett for this quest for the cup. Nobody's within double digits of Dale Jarrett now. Unbelievable. Jeff Gordon, Bobby Labonte is up there. Tony Stewart took it. Imagine if Tony Stewart and Dale Earnhardt didn't take those huge hits at Charlotte. Maybe add 100 points to their totals right now. And it's tight action. Dale Jarrett could be unstoppable. While that quest for the cup is exciting, what's more exciting is the Pantyhose Power Hour. With 5 races remaining, let's see if Leg said they're going to give Dick a leg. If he can finish in the top 3 in the points here in the final 6 races, now 5, you can see whoever that lady is over there. Man, good for her. And there you see the points. There, Jeff Burton's good to see Jeff Burton in the top 10. We've been hoping he could get into the top 10. But in the Oscar Mayer Hot Wieners race, not the Pantyhose Power Hour, obviously. Coming out of 4 on his first of 2 qualifying laps, it's the destroyer of worlds, Big Dick Ramsbottoms.
One more time around.
I was talking to Laura, Dick's girlfriend from 1-900-FUN-BABES, and she was upset. I was talking about, crap, and she might be into that. No. But I think she's into the other stuff. Which I don't know how you get into. It accidentally happens, and you're just like, yeah, do that, put your waist on me. Like, what are you talking about? How does that even happen? Anyway. Long season, folks. We got nothing. There's nothing left in the tank. Dick ran a 49.4. I don't know. We'll see. Jeremy Mayfield pinches Dick right there. Tony Stewart squeezes Dick up to the inside.
Oh, boy. A stain on the face of Oscar.
Hey, give me a kiss, honey.
Hi, Captain.
And there's Damien. And there goes Andre. And that's the only way they get Andre off of Big John Studd.
We're here, folks, at the Winston 500 Talladega Super Speedway in Alabama. Race 30 of 34 in our 2000 Winston Cup season. Glad you're with us here on Ass World. The field is rolling. Let's take a look at that starting grid. Bobby Labonte on the pole with a 49.325. You probably saw something like that during Big Dick's qualifying lap. But Big Dick starting P11 with the 49.467. That's awesome for Big Dick. Just in typical Dick fashion, a little better than average. Just like his wiener. Not more better than average. He's in the top 25 percentile.
I gotta remember that this green flag drops a little bit earlier than it should.
Got LW Wright starting at the back of the field. LW Wright, of course, for folks who don't know, he conned his way into a Talladega race back in 1982, I believe. And he conned people out of money, and he just, this is better, defrauded. He defrauded people out of money, defrauded Sterling Marlin, folks. Sterling Marlin in the field here. Start P21. Let's go green, though. Pitter patter, let's get at her, folks. You probably heard Dick mention that hang on, Dick. Don't slam into Jeff Gordon. The Winston 500 in the year 2000 underway. Folks, in Ass World, we showed the Dale Earnhardt's 2000 Winston 500 at the end of the Charlotte race. That wasn't a mistake. Just we were talking about Dale Earnhardt that race and we were in our feelings. But really, we just forgot to record Dick's Dick's celebratory donuts. What's Jeff Gordon doing here? We forgot to celebrate Dick's celebratory donuts. And we didn't feel like going back and finding the footage in our archives. / open up the program on our desktop. So we just spent more time finding Dale Earnhardt's Big Dale charge at the end of that Winston 500 in 2000. I don't think anybody's complaining. All right, Dick, don't just sit back here and be like, oh, let's just feel her out. Can't do that. Those lead cars will get away from you. You got to make your big Dick charge. There he goes. I think you can hear me. Mike Skinner giving Dick the business on the back straightaway. I guess Mike Skinner tried to side draft him. Just go back to not winning a race, Mike Skinner. It'd be great. And through the tri-oval here, some hot action. Bobby Bonnie out in the lead here early. Dale Jarrett already up into P2. Dick, you going to the outside of Rusty? You are, man. Hot action there. Let's see if Dick can catch up to.
In the year 2000. In the year 2000.
Hey, ghost of NASCAR future. We're getting close to Halloween, brother. How you doing?
I'm doing fine, Andre. Oh, do you want to hear more about NASCAR's future?
Yes, yeah. That's why you're here. Like, of course. What do you got for us?
Oh, Halloween's coming up. Do you like cookies, Andre?
Yeah. Oh, what? Yes. Is the sky blue? Yes.
Well, do you like Las Vegas Motor Speedway, Andre?
Yeah, it's a new track here, and from 1997. New track here, and still in the year 2000. Hot stuff. New market and everything.
Oh, get ready then, Andre. About a third of the NASCAR schedule will be made up of cookie cutter racetracks. Oh, and they will provide a very bland and boring experience week in and week out. Oh.
Really? Well, we got Rockingham coming up next race. That kind of looks like Las Vegas. It's just a little bit smaller, but has that same kind of layout and everything. We'll still have Rockingham.
No, Andre, I think 2003 goes away from the schedule.
Well, I don't know why that would be. Anything else you got for us, Ghost?
Oh, they call me the Phantom, Andre. Starting in the mid-2000s, NASCAR will start throwing phantom debris cautions at the end of races to bring the pack closer together to make it more exciting for the fans.
Why? NASCAR is already exciting. We don't need that. The last thing we need is just more breaks in races and everything.
Oh, Andre. Near the year 2020, NASCAR will start splitting races into stages. basically competition cautions throughout the race to bring the racers back together.
Now, okay, that's where, this has been a fun bit. This has been hilarious. Obviously, that's not going to happen. This is somebody in the production truck messing with me here. So nice try, guys. Goodbye. All right, folks. I don't know if you were watching Big Dick's cockpit, but looked like his cockpit kind of lagged there for a minute. We'll send it down to Dick, see what he thinks about that in that Dick Licker's race cam.
Thanks, Andre. Yeah, all these NASCAR Racing 2 videos and, Ricky Red Tango, and the fact I've been running the 60 FPS stuff this season. It's the first time I've had that ever. Wonder what that's about. If you're watching this race, you don't have to worry about it. But there might have been a message popping up on my computer that I'm out of space on my hard drive, which shouldn't be the case at all. Should be fine. I don't know what that was. I am content. Looks like I am dealing with that oil pressure light at the end of the straights. Shit. I am content on hanging out here for right now. The first Talladega race went up in flames because I got into God on pit road. Ended up with a P31 finish. Boy, just the weirdo transparency on this cockpit. I'm going to try to get on Bobby Labonte's bumper again. You can see down, even where the tachometer is, you can see there's some transparency bleeding through. I should make a video on that. Just for just for historical purposes. Here, we're gonna get on Bobby Labonte's bumper, and you're gonna see in the cockpit, you're gonna see little flashes going on. That's like transparency sneaking through. I mean, it's not consistent either, so I don't know. These old games, you have to work with a specific palette of colors, and each racetrack has a different palette of colors. And I don't 100% know the ins and outs of it. I basically have a really good idea how it works, and I can kind of, through trial and error, figure out how to get things to work. There you see the transparency in the cockpit there, even down near that light. All right, pit stop's coming up soon. It's probably a 16, 32, 48 kind of race. 14, 28, 42, something like that. I think I was talking about it. At Martinsville or Charlotte. And I remembered that during the Tango season, I even said, "Oh yeah, NASCAR 3," to the point where I teased it during a commercial break late in the season. But I'm definitely moving there for our next season, unless there's some game-breaking thing going on. I'm just sitting here idly letting Dale Jarrett lead the most laps of this race. He's unstoppable. I gotta get around Bobby Labonte. He's too slow now. This is the 30th race of the season. And we always run 30 race seasons. So after this race, I really want to dig in and see how good Dale Jarrett's season has been, historically speaking. $4,300 is kind of a magic number in my head. He came in with 2140 or 4140 or something. So I don't think his season has been insane from a historical perspective, but hasn't been bad. 203 miles an hour at the end of the backstretch. We gotta be pit stops next lap. I'm waiting for that. Don't forget, keep your eye on the gauges call out. I promise I'm not going to talk about that oil pressure light all race. There's nothing else going on here. I'm pitting. I don't care. I'm 98% sure they pit this lap. There we go.
You've got a slow car ahead. Auto brake is now turned on. Okay, the leader is pitting now. Watch your speed. Watch your speed now. Watch your speed now. Car high. Clear all around.
Who's coming in behind me? Oh no, Bobby Labonte was the pole sitter, so we're here. No drink this race again. Just the way my schedule's lining up. I got stuff to do later today. All right, let's go.
Go, 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 go. Watch your speed now. Keep it on.
Look at us. Look at us leaving with Dale Jarrett.
Watch your speed now. $7,500. Okay, you're clear of pit lane. Auto brake is now.
All right, let's try to play ball on the apron here. I usually cheat and get on the track. Not cheat, but this is dangerous to me down here. Look at this. All right, did a good job there. I don't want to take Dale Jarrett out. I just want to push him here. Wow, I'm not sure what kind of pit stops these other guys had, but damn. Dale Jarrett went from the lead to being 5 or 6 seconds back here. And we're 3 seconds ahead of Rusty behind us. But Dale's slow. Like, there's no point in staying behind him. It looks like he got the short end of the stick on whatever happened with the ratings here after those pit stops. So freaking P5. So there's 4 cars ahead of us. Who the hell's way out there? Unless that's a pitting thing. Somebody hasn't pitted yet or they're on pit road. I don't know. Andre, tell us.
Yeah, sure thing, Dick. I'll tell you in a few moments. Just at my pace, at my speed here. Folks, good first leg. Good first leg for Dick Ramsbottom. He's sitting P5 right now after 18 of 45 laps at the Winston 500. Mark Martin is out there in the lead. 2.6 ahead of Dale Earnhardt. You can read those top 10 action there. Jeff Gordon, P11. Dale Jarrett just has a firm grasp on this points championship. Incredible performance by the big DJ. Oh yeah, DJ. That's his, we were talking about him not having a nickname. DJ. That's his nickname, damn it. Other big points names going on. Tony Stewart, P13. That's it. Then it's just Turd Town the rest of the way down the field. Rick Mast coming off that that boiler room brawl for the hardcore championship title at Charlotte. He's back there in P39, dead last, 30 seconds behind Mark Martin. We'll see if any kind of lapper situation plays into this race. I don't know. No DNFs yet. Field just evenly spread out, but still hot action here. Just stay tuned. During the commercial, we'll be back with more action from Talladega on Ass World, folks.
Head high, eyes bright, and away you fly. Prepare to mount. And off you go. It's gonna take more than start to get you off the hook. Oh, you're back. That's an improvement, Ethel, I think.
Pliers, you watch the quadrangle.
Tonight, the most wonderful night. Scary, creepy, crawling.
All right, folks. Welcome back to the Winston 500 here on Ass World. We're on lap 24. Big Dick Ramsbottom and Dale Jarrett both going around Bobby Labonte, and Dale and Dick are on a charge here. We went to commercial. Mark Martin was 7 seconds ahead of Big Dick. Now he's 6.1. So they're gaining slowly, but it looks like Big Dick or Mark Martin and Dale Earnhardt are having a ferocious battle up there to the death. And you're probably seeing that from the 1-900 Fun Babes Ass Force 1. The Ass Palace up in the sky, cleared for takeoff here at Talladega Super Speedway. Let me see. Yeah, we do have Kermit mic'd up here. Kermit, how's it going up there, man?
Hey, Andre, up here with the Fun Babes. Beautiful day over the track, man. Hey, give me a kiss, honey.
All right, Captain.
Ha! That's what I'm talking about.
Behave, Kermit. Oh. You never know exactly.
20 more laps. 20 more to go.
Just treat them with respect. Like, it's fun to talk about chicks, but respect. All right, so I guess Mark Martin and Dale Earnhardt were having a battle, and now not anymore. No DNFs yet, folks. LW right now at the tail end of the field, 35 seconds behind Mark Martin. Dick has not gotten a keep your eye on the gauges call out yet. So he's feeling good about the performance of his number 27, Dr. Pepper Ford. Folks, Halloween's coming. Just get in the spirit. Get into that Halloween spirit. And stay tuned following this race for the world television premiere of The Worst Witch, starring Fairuza Balk and Tim Curry and the Den Mother or whatever from Facts of Life. She's in that. But it's a story of Mildred Hubble. She goes to a witch school, and she's the worst witch. Like, she's a bumbling turd, and people bully her and everything, and she has weird interests and hobbies and everything. But everything changes when, like, the head witch guy, Tim Curry, he comes on Halloween. He comes to the witch school and does stuff, and Mildred Hubble ends up being the best witch. I remember she can snap her finger and, like, her broom comes to her and everything. It's pretty crazy. But the only reason I know about this movie, folks, is because people don't know about this. I grew up with two older sisters. So stuff like that was on TV a lot in the household. But also you have to find the silver lining and things like that. And there was this like red seductive witch. She wore all red in that. She wore like these red high heel, like knee-high boots. And she, oh man, I forget her name though. That was all about that gets in your head at an early age. You know, we were kind of fetish shaming Big Dick and Laura for their dirty talking and everything, but some things get put in your head at the right, at the right time or whatever when you're young, and it's just locked in. Not young, but that's The Worst Witch, folks. One of Tim Curry's best roles. All right, folks. Got pit stops coming up here very soon. Dick's pulled away from Dale Jarrett and Bobby the Bond. He's closing in on Jeff Burton. There's a win in the cards here. Time will tell. We'll send it down to Big Dick and that Dick Lickers race cam.
Thanks, Andre. I don't know if a win is in the cards here. When I was looking up the movie poster for The Worst Witch, I saw like Netflix did all these remakes and they made a whole series about it. Meanwhile, that movie was like a made-for-TV movie from 1986, I think. And I think I talked about that in previous seasons, how you can kind of see, I'm 41, and you can kind of see when your generation that you grew up with starts being in charge of things. Because there's all these nostalgia hits and there's all these reboots and stuff, because I guarantee somebody at Netflix grew up watching The Worst Witch. It was one of their favorite movies, and they were like, oh, we could make a friggin' series out of this thing. I don't even know who the actress is that played that red. I don't think her name is Sonia. That would be too on the nose. I can't remember what her name was. It wasn't like some big time actress either. I don't think there's any other big names. I'm trying to. What else did what was Fairuza Balk's big thing?
Okay, we're running third. That's the way to hustle.
Was she like a goth girl in something? It's really bugging me because it seems like whatever. Like I don't. It's not like I hate her or just like think she's mud. I just can't remember what her big thing was. Might have been an Norse Witch. No, there was something bigger, and I don't think it was a TV show. Oh no. I think Fairuza Balk, and I immediately think of Veruca Salt from Willy Wonka.
Keep it on 7,500.
All right, Mark Martin, just stay still. Did I go too far? Yeah. All right, survived.
Auto brake is now shut off. Auto brake is now turned on.
I mentioned it wherever. I'm gonna miss that auto brake, big time. All right, Mark Martin probably just got the win with me sliding through my stall, but
go, 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 go.
All right, these clowns are gonna be flying in here. I'm looking, trying to get an idea on who's there and where they're gonna be pitting on pit road. I saw that was Terry Labonte, so I knew he was gonna be middle of pit road, so I cleared him and got away from him. Wow, that little slide through pit road that killed me. But without anybody to monitor on the apron here, I'm just going to sneak up onto the track. Cheating a little bit. Did I cheat a lot to the point where I'm going to catch these guys? I didn't mean to do that. I thought they were just way well ahead of me. Damn. That's that big of an advantage?
We're running second.
I guess so. I'll take it.
We've got just 10 more to go. 10 left.
It's not a lock that we catch and beat Mark Martin here, but maybe he had. Oh, you know what? We're probably going to because. Okay. Let's relax for a beat here. We're probably going to win this race due to a lapper holding up Mark Martin. Which now I don't feel bad. We'll see what happens. If a lapper or a beat-up car holds up Mark Martin, that means we would have eventually caught up to him here. So I don't feel too bad. Car stop down low in the tri-oval. I don't know what that is. That was probably a couple cars got collected and probably got transported to pit road. And that was that. Look what we're gaining on Mark Martin here. What is he doing?
Hey, finally a legs run summary here, Dick. Legs is going to give you a new leg, and then you don't give him any action all race long until right now. But I think that's usually what happens sometimes. Sometimes. Big Dick's probably passing Mark Martin right now for the win. Did he cheat? Did he cheat getting onto the track early? We don't know. He's an honest guy. We're going to give him a break. He didn't realize how big of a advantage that was. And with no cars around him to police how fast or slow he should be going, he shot his load and went in, you know. We'll give him a break. It's been a long season. See if he can he's probably in the lead right now. Dale Jarrett back to P5, Jeff Gordon P11.
And no, I'm
glad we got the Pantyhose Power Hour going on right now, because without that, there's nothing, you know. What's Dick? Dick's gained maybe 20 points on Dale Jarrett this race, even without the Martinsville massacre. He says no chance to win that cup. Incredible performance by Dale Jarrett, folks, this season. But don't give up, Big Dick. We're going for that leg.
Hang on, Andre. Everybody calm down.
4 races plus 10
Jerry Nadeau. Now that's him taking the win,
Don't change the channel, folks, basically. Let's see what Big Dick's talking about down there in that Big Dick.
Wait a minute, who was that?
The Dick Lickers race cam.
No. Okay, are we back? Hey. Yeah, I think we're back. So, we had a Jerry Nadeau spin. Now I don't feel bad about winning this, because that would have held up Mark Martin. Now we're just running away with it, but we got this nonsense coming up here. A bunch of lappers. I've been on cruise control all race. What happened here that they're all bundled up like this? The Jerry Nadeau wreck didn't cause this. Did they get bunched up during the Bill Elliott thing? Okay, this win isn't in the bag yet. Tony Stewart. There had to have been another wreck somewhere. Tony Stewart would not have been involved in that Jerry Nadeau thing unless he wrecked. But I could see the wreck happening in the distance. I don't know. Earnhardt is, yeah, you see Earnhardt was able to get around Mark Martin. So yeah, I deserve this win if I can survive this pack racing here. Earnhardt just lost 2 seconds, so he must be trying to look, but not. Oh yeah, he's dealing with Waltrip, LePage, Waltrip. Yeah, Jeff Burton got around Mark Martin. That Tony Stewart damage is bugging me. I don't know where he got that from. I'm going for it. I got to get around these guys. Let's just go. All right. All right. We got a big mess. That's the end of the call-outs. Sounds like. All right, good. The universe righted itself. I would have won this race, given everything that's happened here.
Just 2 to go. Car down low. Still there.
What? Hang on.
Still there.
Bobby Hamilton says not so fast.
Still there. Clear, clear.
I mean, there is a chance Dale Jarrett got collected. I don't know exactly where Dale Jarrett was there, but given where that happened on the track, where I was when it happened, it feels like some of the top 10 guys may have
Last lap now. To the man. Come on.
taken a whooping.
Got cars on both sides. Clear high.
That's the last thing I want to hear. Is you have cars on both sides.
Clear. Clear all the way.
Two straight wins, man. And this isn't me turning down difficulties and stuff. That was, we benefited from some bad wrecks at Charlotte and was able to sneak past the AI, and here just had whatever happened happen.
Hey, you just won yourself a race. Great job, driver.
So it's 2 wins in a row, baby. Holy cow. It's just not meant to be. The Dale Jarrett thing. Dale Jarrett, that late wreck with Darrell Waltrip in the tri-oval. Everyone gets slowed up. Mark Martin gets slowed up. He was leading most of this race. He ended up finishing P6. Dale Jarrett ghosts through Darrell Waltrip. I mean, it's not a rare thing, but it's just like, come on, give us something here. But no, somebody else big ghosted through him. I forget who it was. I saw a couple cars. I think Bobby Labonte ghosted through him too. Yeah, and then especially now that I saw the Darrell Waltrip wreck and things, I don't feel bad about this win at all. I know we cheated a little bit getting on to the track off, something we'll remember in the future, that it's a cheat move. But no, I feel fairly certain that I would have won this race even if I didn't do that, because that Darrell Waltrip spins, that feels good. Tony Stewart down there, P36. He spun out about a second after Jerry Nadeau spun out during the field summary. Jerry Nadeau spun out in turn 3. Tony Stewart spun out coming out of turn 4, like less than a second later. And yeah, I mean, if that was a top 10, if he was in contention for the championship, which he isn't anymore after Charlotte, I don't think, I would have shown that. But that's who that random car was, where I heard myself in the snapshot, like, who the hell is that? Mark Martin led the most laps. Oh, and I got a copyright strike on the first race of the season. The very first song that we put out, the Everybody Wants to Rule the World, on the very first intro, the very first race of the season. And then I've used just the clever tricks of Andre's deep voice and the engine's kind of whirring. I've used that to hide the songs that I've used, and I haven't had one copyright strike since. And then NASCAR just gave me a copyright strike for showing the 2000 Winston 500. It's not a copyright strike per se. It's just like a slap on the wrist, like, hey, you're using something here, but we'll allow it. So it's not like I'm in trouble or anything. But if there's ads pop up on the video, that's why. That's all I got, man. Nothing else on my notepad. Schedule. We got 4 races to go. Rockingham, Phoenix, Miami, Atlanta. I got to practice some at Phoenix. I got to practice a little bit at all of them, but especially Miami. I've talked about that, where I got to really dial in that difficulty. it might end up being a huge race, but again, Dale Jarrett. It's not gonna happen. Jeff Gordon finished P10 here. Bobby Labonte finished P8. Dale Earnhardt P2. All those guys are above me in the standings. And I gained 46 points on Gordon this race, 10 points on Earnhardt, 33 on Bobby Labonte, and I gained 10 on Dale Jarrett. It's just, I love it though. I love the fact that I have to, when we run this top 10 kind of season again, just got to be sharp all season long. But this would have been the final race of the season. And I'll try to put together some kind of some math here after I do the standings and everything, or update the standings in a spreadsheet. But yeah, Dale Jarrett came into this race with 41.46. Oh man, yeah, he'd be up to what 43.20 or so ish, and 4,300 is that magic number I was talking about. Anyway, we'll talk. I'll try to show something about that at Rockingham or maybe later in Phoenix or something. It's not time sensitive showing that next race, but yeah. All right, hey, thanks for watching. We got 4 races to go. Trying to get Dick that leg. Thanks for watching.